Everybody, today I'm going to do an introductory walkthrough of the Cyrin Cyber Range exercise called Conduct a Data Leak Investigation. So this will be the introduction, and I'm not going to actually walk you through doing the entire exercise. I'm just going to walk you through what you need to know before you get started. So here we are at the very front page. This is the page, if you've ever done a Cyrin exercise, you already are used to sort of down here, you're going to hit launch the exercise. I have done that, and that's this tab here, but it's just waiting for a minute because this is very important to the exercise, this part. So make sure this is sort of available to you as you do this, because you need to know some important things here. So here's the issue. Yes, let me just zoom this in one little click or two. All right, yes, this is on the instructions. Let me just show the instructions here. It's over on the side, but that is not enough instructions. So by the way, here I just have the offline instructions, which by the way is the same as this. So we're not gonna worry about that for now. But here we go. We are a security officer for a shipping company whose trucks have repeatedly been hijacked by a criminal organization. Criminals appear to have advanced information on the routes of the trucks, despite the company changing routes frequently. This morning, another truck was hit, and the company executive now suggests an insider in the company. And we're looking here, they're leaking truck route information, okay? We are looking for someone who leaked truck route information, all right? So that's the number one thing. What are we doing here? Yeah, okay, we're cool here. This is going to be on this running network. It's kind of fun here. Usually you would, again, do this on disk images from C's computers. And here is the lovely company network diagram, right? So notice on here we have, these are the workstations that the employees use where it says staff here. We have a firewall. Then we have 4 sort of main servers in the company. There's a login portal, and by the way, this computer is going to keep track of the logins on these computers. We're going to have a web application, a mail server, and a database. So we're looking for a data leak, and I'll tell you right now, if what probably happened is someone is logging into one of these computers, and they're finding the schedules, and they're probably downloading them maybe from the web application. I'm not sure about that. I would have to know the company a little better. And that is probably accessing the database, and then they're probably mailing the information out. So the thing about this is you're coming into this cold, and if you were actually working for the company, you already know how this company works. So I think we're cool here. Notice we have to perform the exercise and take the quiz. The quiz is what gets you your points on this one. All right, so I'm going to leave this part open and then flip over to the exercise. And notice here we are, again, the security officer. I don't have this in full screen, so we're doing okay. We have access to the computer admin 1. Let me flip back over here. So we are on admin 1, which is right here. Maybe that's okay because it's not labeled right. But I'm assuming we're here. We are logged in as this user with this password, and we have super user privileges on admin 1. Okay. Now we also have root access to every other computer on the network using SSH. Keys are automatically configured. That's awesome. To log into the other computers, we do SSH root at computer name. And so that's these other computers. And note here, here's the list of the computers, and it doesn't exactly match up. So we got plans.shipco. Here's plans. We've got operations. We've got strategy. We got ISR. Okay, that looks good. We got database, we got MySQL, which is kind of interesting there, login, and we got mail, and that's really cool. So here we are again. Plans and operations are our employee workstation. Each employee is assigned to an employee, and only that employee has an account on that workstation. So we got Yago, Reagan, Helen, and Bianca, and these are the computers they're on. So database runs a web application, and notice here it kind of gets wacky here, database MySQL. Notice here there's database, there's data web application. I think we're okay with that. We'll get into it maybe as we go. And then login, I already noticed here we got login, keeps track of the logins, and then mail is going to be where we send out the stuff. Now we do have hints. And for my classes, I would say just go ahead and hit the hints because there's a lot going on here. But notice here things like Reagan's directory. That's a big hint just in the title. We'll be interested by that. All right, so here's what we need to do. We have to take the post-exercise quiz. You can open that at the same time as this lab. And we could pop open this quiz. Should we find the quiz? I think maybe we should. Let me scroll down here. And let me pop open the quiz. I'm going to put that in a new tab because there might actually be clues in here of how we can do it. So I'm going to hit preview. I'm preview because I'm an instructor. So we need to find out who was the source of the data leak, which workstation downloaded the shipping information from the web application. That's a big clue. Which employee email was used to email the data outside the company. And maybe we might be interested right now in finding that out. So we do need to find out which employee was it, but notice here which employee email account was used to email the data. It might be a different email than the employee that did the leak. So whoever is doing the leaking might be sort of trying to cover their tracks. We need to kind of make sure we do that. All right, let's go back to our login here and what we can do. Let me scroll down a little bit here so that's just on the page. All right, here we go. We need to get onto our computer. Oh, there's the network diagram. It's right there. But I'm going to go into a terminal because we love the terminal and these Linux Cyrin exercises, and we love logging into stuff. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to look at the logins. Where is that? Let me just get back up here. I'm going to look at the login portal. Okay. And when I'm looking at the login portal here is we're trying to figure out maybe someone like Iago, Reagan, Ellen, and Bianca, they got to be using those machines, but we want to kind of think like, hey, maybe one of them like logged in and did something naughty. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you if I'm going to SSH, and I'm just going to pick the top of the list one, SSH root at. We'll put in here plans.shipco.com, and that is going to be Iago's computer. And so there's Iago's computer. By the way, I can just disconnect because I just realized I don't want to be on that one because I want to do the login one. I'm going to open up a new terminal just because I feel like doing them in separate terminals, because sometimes I want to be able to switch back and forth to different terminals. I actually want to get into the login one, so I want to SSH root. By the way, we'll discuss the security implications of giving the forensics person root access to every computer. We're going into login.shipco.com. So here we are. We are logged in now to Shipco, or login.shipco. I'm going to do an ls to just see where we are. We are in the our root directory. Now, one of the things I might want to do, and let me just do a quick Google search here because I'm looking for the various, let's do just a where are login logs stored in Linux. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, we think they are in var/log. Okay, so we're going to go back here. I'm going to go to change my directory to var/log. And let's double check that we're in the right place. var/logged. And we're going to do an ls in here. Let's see what we got here. We want to find the login logs. That is going to be the var/log directory and subdirectory. We got the last logs. So we want to find out which logs are we on here. This is going to be fun. What do we think here? Let's see if we like the system logs. So by the way, I'm doing this sort of cold turkey. If I had been following the hints, it would tell me where to go. Oh, that looks good. All right, we got ISR, we got login, we got operations, plans, strategy, and web application. So this is a list of all the various places people have logged in. So I'm going to look at, what did I connect into up here? I'm up on plans up there, so I'm going to go into plans here. I'm going to ls this, and I can have logins.log and syslog.log. Let's see what's in logins. Right, so I'm going to do a cat command, which will just show me everything. And we'll see the entire log here. I'm going to expand this open a little bit so I can see a little better. And what we want to look for here, this would be like looking for people that have logged in outside of business hours. So one of the fun things here, I think this one might be me. I think this is me going to be logging in here. I think that's okay. I'm going to scoot up here. Notice we've got, there's the date, 29/08/29. We've got 8:15. So that's a morning login. And we're going to scooch up here. And we're just going to look at the times. There's 8:52. Looks like people mostly log in at 8 and then at 3 o'clock. And we can see, by the way, that Pam Unix is not a username. It's the name of the thing. The funny part of this is it looks like someone logs in typically at 8, and then when are they leaving? I think they're leaving at 15. No, that's an opening. We can close the connection. That's very exciting here. I am not seeing anyone that logged in here. Oh, look, there's my Sci user. All right, I'm going to scoot up and let's just make sure we can see who the user is. Where's my user? Who was it that logged in here? Okay. Listening, we opened a user. There's Sci user again. There isn't anyone logging in that's one of these normal users. I'm really not seeing anyone that logged in here because there's lots of Sci users. And so I think we're just going to get off of this one. Let me look at, so again, we're in the plans directory. Let me just, I have to do a cd ... That moves me back up one directory, or it should. Let me do a cd space ... Get used to my Unix or Linux commands here. Let's look at operations. And then we'll see what's going on here. ls this. I need to cat logins.log. Alright, this one might be, let's see if we can have any more in here. There's a lot more going on in this one. Let's see. Scooching up to where we were. There's where my cat logins.log started. And we got like here, there's user Reagan. So you can see user Reagan's right here. Very excited about Reagan logging in. There's Reagan again. There's Reagan logging in at weird times. There's Reagan at 2. Reagan at 2. This looks pretty normal. There's Reagan. That's someone logging out. Doing some little disconnecting here. And let's see, we got another user in here. There's my Sci user. I think that's me again. Alright, that's, I think, I wonder if Reagan, there's a bunch of Reagans in here again. There's Reagan at 8:01. So we got anybody at Reagan at a weird time? Because I believe this is Reagan's computer, isn't it? Oh, what's this? I wonder if we were a little nervous about this. There's someone at 00, that's at midnight. Who logged in at midnight? Reagan again. Is Reagan midnight? What's Reagan doing on at midnight? Alright, that's the kind of clues you're looking for. Let me just go back over here to plans. So we did plans. What computer was that one? That's operations. You can investigate that further. What I want to do on this computer is just show you how to do a thing called a bash log. So we need to do, where are the bash logs stored? And I'm looking for, it's probably in var again. I need the bash logs. And we'll just look here. As bash maintains a list of commands and rather is to bash history on exit. So we're looking for bash history. Let's see if we can find our bash history here. And so what I'm going to do is do, let me double check how to do a Linux ls with hidden files. To find the hidden files, I have to do A option, and we'll just do that really quick. So I'm going to do an ls-a. And I want to find that bash. See that bash file? There's my bash. Oops. The bash is bash history. And I want to look at that bash history. Where's my bash history? It's not in there. Bash history. Huh. I wonder why we don't have a bash history. Let's see if we can just look at which one of these is. Let's do a cat.bash underscore. Let's see if it's under profile. I don't know what version of Linux we're under here. So this, normally, by the way, what we're looking for is the file. There's a file that shows you everything the person did. So that's just their profile. That is interesting though. Let me disconnect here. I'm just going to hit exit and that will take me out. Let me go to SSH. I'm going to go to a different one. Strategy. Oops, SSH. Root at strategy shipco.com. Let's see what we got here. ls-a. I wonder if that's where, let me just do a, oops. Let's do a, oops, stop this. It's funny, I'm still here, huh? All right, oops, stop doing that, cat. I'm gonna cat this again. Look at bash rc. Oops, put the dot in there. That's not it either. Where's the one where they did their stuff? Source them info. I need to look it in the logs. Where's the bash history stored? Bash history on exit. Let me try this history-a command. That is really funny. It's just not showing it to me. Let me see if I can do a bash underscore history. Nothing in here. Where's my stupid history? Punks. Let me just try a history command. We'll do a history. Dash a. Nope. Let me see in our history. So it's funny, you can see what I'm doing. Do you see me doing ls-a, that stuff? Oh, I think I need to find the person here. Oh, sorry, that's what I need to do. I need to actually find the user's history. So I need to go to cd, where's the, let's go to this and we'll just do a, where is a user's bash history stored? I think I just go into their user account, right? That's in the user. I need to go into user root. You're logged in as root, we're under root. I don't need to do that though. Let me just go into users. All right, we're gonna go into the users really quickly. cd/usr. ls in here. I'm gonna go into, where are my user accounts? Oh my goodness, why am I so bad at this today? Linux MLS, we already got that. Bash. That's It's in bash history within their home directory. We know that. I need to find everybody's bash history. So we can get all users' history. Find home name history. I don't need that. So under home, let's try home. All right, we're gonna go to cd/home. Let's see if we can find our different users in here. Oh, there's Helen. All right, that's what we need. Helen. Let's do an ls-a here. There's bash history. My goodness. Cat dot bash. Oops. Spell it right. Bash history. All right. All right. This is what the person did. And by the way, this might be incriminating, so I'm actually just going to leave this right here. You can see they did password command. They typed in Firefox. They did this vim command. This is an SCP. That's actually a secure copy command. And then it looks like they removed this file and then they logged out. Okay. Now, I'm going to leave this as is because what you are supposed to do in this exercise is look around like I was looking around. So you can still look around at, for example, the database and look at, just what was going on the database thing. Did someone log in? What did various people do here? You could do like a Google search for how this database application or this web application, let me switch back over to here. So you're kind of looking at how does this web application work? Are there a log? There's probably logs on that. Maybe let me look at that one really quickly. So let's look at, is it going to be in database? Let me SSH over to that one. All right, let me get out of this. So I'm going to exit off of, we're getting off of the operations. And then I'm going to go another SSH. Let me just step back. We're going to go root over to, I want to get to the database one. And I do want to see the logs here. So let's let me find this. I'm going to search for the Linux web access logs. Let's just make sure. Apache server logs might be in there. Verilog Apache access log. Let's go look for that. Like you see where I'm highlighting this. Verilog Apache access log. So I'm going to go to cd/var/log, and then I'm going to do an ls and see what's in here. It might be that HTTPD. That looks like it might be, there's a database access log. Want to see what that looks like? Let's cat that. Cat database app underscore access dot log. Oops. Database app access. Oops. Oh my goodness, you gotta spell stuff right here, huh? Oops. There's nothing in there. Is there anything in error log? Nothing in there either. Let me go to HTTPD. So I wonder if that's our web server. Nothing in there. All right, CD, we'll get back off of there. Wonder what's going on here. Messages, boot log, cron, audit. I wonder if I want to go into audit. That seems a little too obvious. Let's look at it. Cat, oops. Audit dot log. Alright, what are we doing in here? This looks like maybe somebody doing something we don't like in here. So scrolling up in this file, just getting up to the top of where we were. Bunch of user accessing here. This is a big old file, isn't it? It's funny, I don't know if I want to really browse through this. All right, but here's the main idea of how you're just sort of looking around. There is probably something in here. All right, and then I'm gonna, just for the heck of it, let me exit off of here. I'm gonna SSH over to the MySQL one, which seems like an actual database like a database server. This one though, I'm gonna go back over to the /var/log. See what's in here. So that MariaDB, that's where the database logs are going to be. Should we look at that one? Let's cat that. So big though. MariaDB.log. And this is exciting stuff here. Looks like it started the process. I'm going to scroll up here a little bit. That's just a normal kind of log file. This is just the start and stop logging. I'm not seeing an actual like database log. This is my earlier thing. Yeah, come along with me if you like. This is just a bunch of, that was what I was in before. And I did the log. And that's just the starting of the database server. So there's nothing special going on in there, I don't think. I really care about. Where's the stupid web logs? All right. What's their web applications called? Let me just double check that they didn't tell you something. It doesn't tell you what the web application, like the server, is hosted in, which is going to drive me crazy a little bit. But I think this is enough for this video for now. So again, this is hopefully giving you a sense of how you use the Linux commands and just connecting in and out of the various machines here. Especially doing that history is something really useful that hopefully it'll help. I'm going to stop the video now, and I hope you have good luck doing this exercise.